Good evening, YouTube viewers. This is Brother Minister coming back with a short video again. Once again, I want to make a video. Maybe I'll title it Faith versus Truth. It's amazing when you talk to Christians nowadays who, and you ask them questions, they know the reality and they know the truth of something, but they'll say, oh, but we must believe it by faith. So I want to know, what do you mean by faith, Christians? Because according to the Bible in Hebrews 11:1, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That means the assurance of things hoped for. So faith should be truth. Truth and faith should mix together. But obviously in a Christian religion, or to Christians, it doesn't matter. What faith has been turned out to be, and it always probably has been, when you talk to a Christian and ask them different things, logical questions, realistic questions, they can never get answered. They just tell you, oh, I believe it by faith. Well, it takes faith to believe this. Really what they're saying is it's wishful thinking. They're not sure, but they just believe it anyways. And they say that's what faith is. For instance, a guy came up to me and asking me some questions and was trying to basically so-called encourage me that I'm a man of God and that I shouldn't be doing certain things anymore and all this other stuff. But what I asked him was, do you even believe your Bible? So I asked him a simple question, like I'll ask you Christians. I said, do you really believe a snake talked to Adam and Eve? Do you really believe that a snake can talk? His response to me was, I have to believe it because I believe it by faith. But I noticed that he said he has to believe it. That's part of the programming. That's part of the indoctrination that they have programmed to make you think you have to believe it. See, once you come into something and it starts out that you have to believe it before they even tell you about it, or you can think about it, or you can test it, that's where you know you're being trapped. But the bottom line of it is this: if I ask anybody, just walk up to anybody in this whole planet Earth and ask them, do you think a snake could talk? They probably would think you're insane. They probably would laugh at you. They would probably wonder why you're asking such a stupid question, but not knowing that they're probably Christians themselves and don't realize their Bible is actually telling us to believe this stupid stuff. Secondly, I mean, a person being swallowed by a whale, a donkey talking to people, the sun standing up for 24 hours, and all these other different things that are happening. Am I taking away the supernatural? No. But what I am saying is, let's use our minds and think about this. If I asked you right now, do you think a snake could talk? You would hopefully say no. If you thought a snake talked to you, you would be put in an insane asylum right now. You would be delusional. You would be believing something that has no evidence to it, and that makes you delusional. But guess what? The religion calls that faith. And no longer will I be part of this wishful thinking things. Let's look at things from the reality point, raw reality. So I wanted to just hurry up and make this video real quick about the angels. Thinking about the angels. People believe in angels. I'm not saying you don't have, that you shouldn't believe in angels. That's your decision. But the question that I ask you is, why do you believe in angels? For instance, what does an angel look like? If anyone who believes in an angel, tell me what they look like. Are they little babies floating around with wings? Are they adults with human faces with wings? Or do they look like just adults, period, but has no wings, but somehow they're supernatural? Because the Bible teaches you, and I guess you must believe it by faith, that the angels came out from heaven and they actually had sex with human beings. Now, does anyone believe that? Is there anyone in the world today that can tell me right now, or know of anyone who has had sex with an angel? Can someone please tell me that? Is there anyone that got the evidence, the proof, even the thought that they had sex with an angel? Because the religion of Christianity, according to the Bible, you must believe that angels had come from heaven and had sex with human beings. I would like to know how an angel, who is supposedly a spirit, somehow has the image of a human being. Or do they have, when they was in heaven, did they have bodies as human beings? Or was they just spirit beings who come down to earth and now adopt the image of a human being, and somehow, some way, an angel had a seed or semen that was able to get inside a human being and they got pregnant? So are you telling me that angels have semen? Is that what you're telling me? Think about this. Does an angels really have sex with human beings? Well, Christian, please answer that, because if you think that's a nutty question for me to ask and think that that would be insane, realize that the Christian faith is trying to present that as truth, that an angels came from heaven. Think about this. The ones that was following Satan came down and was able to impregnate human beings. I believe that's Genesis chapter 6 where it tells you about it. I believe it, the book of Jude, I think, talks about how God supposedly locked them up in chains for doing what they did, as if he didn't know that they was already going to do it. Think about this, people. Angels coming out of heaven having sex with human beings. That means that's part of your faith. Now, do you believe that faith is the truth? Think about it. God bless you.